and gentlemen, welcome to new podcast, The Dumplings. My name is Alexandra and I have this honor to officially open the new chapter. And of course, I am not alone here. Marcel, Łukasz.
Hello, welcome everybody.
Would you like to say hello? Okay. Wow, guys, we finally did that. It's how long we have been preparing?
I don't know, like few months to gather ourselves here.
Yeah, exactly. It was quite a while, but we are ready now.
Yeah, it's really hard to start, but yes. All of you listeners must know that we were thinking about this podcast for a long time and we never find a good moment to start, but here we are.
Yeah, finally we managed.
Yeah, I'm very excited about this, so let's get started. And I hope you will all enjoy that feeling. Okay, so you ready?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
first of all, we would like to tell you what the podcast will be about.
Yeah.
We are all interested in cuisine, so we thought that we will tell you something about Polish cuisine, but not only the cuisine, because food is not only the food, it's something more. It's like anthropological thing, like fuck.
Would you say that?
Yeah.
We cut this one, okay.
We're gonna forget to cut this one, but that's okay.
Yeah. Basically, food connects people. Around the table, we are always meeting, we are sharing new ideas. It also tells a lot about the culture. So we don't want to simply speak about the food, but also about the culture of food, about the rituals around food. And by this, show you our country, and in the next episodes, other cultures and other countries.
Yeah, and I must say that I preparing, and I have some sentence about culinary culture, and you must listen. This one is understood as a set of custom norms and arts relating to eating and drinking, widespread in a special area.
Yeah, and now during our podcast, we're gonna try to translate that to the human language.
And one fact more, what to eat and how to eat are the first main areas of knowledge that a child acquire during the process of socialization.
So simplifying that, we can say that food is one of the first things that makes us people and that creates our mindset, basically.
Yeah, it's very, how to say that, important thing in our life.
Yeah. We usually don't appreciate the cultural aspects of food as much as we should, in my opinion. So we gather here for you to bring this information to you in a simple way, so you can
To
gather
point you that food is not only a nutrition, it's only something more, something spiritual actually.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
for me
exactly.
it's really interesting that eating is some simple thing and other country doing in the not the same.
not only other countries.
Yeah.
I mean, even in Poland you have so many regions, so many
Yes.
different regions, different people, and
Yes,
you may
that's
born in one part of Poland and travel to another one, and people do things so much differently that you are getting surprised that it's the same country still.
And that's amazing, I think.
Yeah, and that's our topic for today.
So what you prepare?
Yeah, I think I can start because I have prepared some notes about the culinary savoir-vivre in Poland. So the one thing that I think every country, maybe most of them has, is some kind of toast. In Poland, when you sit in the table with a friends, family, some important people on some kind of party, I don't know, maybe holidays, eves, you want to make a toast. And the common, sentence to make a toast in Poland is na zdrowie, which basically means in English to your health. So you are greeting everyone to be healthy. Or another popular one is 100 lat, which basically translates to 100 years. So you are telling your food companions to live as long as they should. We usually talk about to speech 100 lat during birthdays, but often it is used not only on birthdays but on different occasions when a family gathers on a group of friends. And another important factor of savoir-vivre that I read about is like dining etiquette for sitting in the table. So often in Poland we have like strict positions at the table where people should sit. So for example, the most honored position is the head of the table, and at the head of the table is where the most important guest is seated of the food table, and on the right and on the left of the table the hosts are seated. So yeah, that's in my opinion very
I
interesting.
have idea. Let's go back to the na zdrowie, because you think that we say that's because the alcohol make us sick, or not to be sick before
I think
alcohol?
it's just, wishing somebody good and showing that we are not hostile. I think like the toast has a long history in Poland, because the first toasts were made by, like historically made by noblemen in 15th century in Poland. So in that time it was very important to show people that you are not afraid, that you are not hostile, and
Okay.
this might be it.
Okay, it sounds good. I think that. But talking about savoir-vivre, I have something interesting. I think, because when I read that, I was in shock, because for me it's different. But okay, let's in the start. Do you say bon appetit when you eating, before you start eating, of course?
Yeah.
I think in Poland we must do that because my mother always say that you must to say bon appetit before you start eating. Yeah, and I read that the bon appetit, it's something that's it's not lack of task to something to say something. Yeah,
It's not kind. Yeah.
Yeah, because the people can think that the meal and dish is not tasty if you say bon appetit.
Yeah,
And for me, it's deep. I don't know. I don't know what to thinking about that.
First of all, we need to explain that in Poland we don't exactly use bon appetit. We use word smacznego, which means have a tasty meal. So I think linguistically it can technically have a different connotation, and this is the problem here.
But I found this in Polish documentary, so in Polish websites. So, and they say that word smacznego, so bon appetit in English, it's not what we used to, what we must use to before eating. And even Robert Makłowicz, and I think that's person.
The guru of Polish cuisine.
Yeah, for our non-Polish viewers, Robert Makłowicz is a very important person in Poland who specializes
in Croatia, I think.
In Croatia also.
Croatia, sorry.
He specialized in the culinary activities and.
Yeah, so he said that he never say bon appetit before eating. He prefer good appetite or bless you.
Yeah, I think it's like very interesting topic, because saying good appetite or bless you are not strictly concerning on the taste of the meal, but on the whole process of eating the food, like
of enjoying it.
Yeah, enjoying, exactly.
Yeah. And then say that the bigger blunder is saying bon appetit to a person who has already started eating a meal.
Yeah, it's very difficult thing to talk about because I often find myself in a situation where I'm eating something and then someone comes into to a room or near me and they're saying smacznego, so bon appetit to me, and I find myself in a situation where I'm chewing something and I don't have the
capability to respond.
Capability or possibility to respond like in a proper way. I'm doing like
Okay. So now I think I'm doing something wrong because when I was a waitress, I usually say bon appetit to a guest.
yeah.
So,
Yeah, but I think
all
it's
in
so
the wrong way.
like saying bon appetit in a Polish culture or smacznego, which is semantically different. It's such a big part of our culture that we do it unconsciously, and
So
we just cannot stop.
You are saying you are doing it wrong, but I think you are not right because some people might even especially the older generation might find it offensive or rude to not be told smacznego
That's right.
in the restaurant.
Yeah.
So it's
So I want to be nice person, okay?
Yeah, so when it becomes to the culture of drinking as well, we have to say, I think, how important it is to Polish people. It is so important that in Warsaw we have created the Museum of Vodka.
Have you ever been here?
Yes,
there?
several times. I'm from Warsaw, so
I've never been there. Well,
yeah, I really recommend it to you. So the place it is placed in the old vodka factory, and you can see there how the process of production changed, how it was made during the centuries. And what's more interesting, I think, you can also taste the Polish vodka.
Yeah, and that's very educational experience because not all of our viewers may know, but the vodka was actually invented in Poland.
Yeah, I knew that. So
Yeah.
We're drinking a lot of vodka.
Yeah, so coming to our next topic, we want to talk with you about the food at the Polish holidays, mostly during the two most important ones, which is Easter and Christmas
Eve, yeah.
And now I am hungry. So.
Yeah, so please tell us what for you in your family is must have on the Christmas Eve table. If you're so happy.
So
the first one which comes to my mind is like the barszcz, which is a Polish, and I think usually Slavic, not only Polish, beetroot soup. And during the Christmas Eve, it is our usual first meal on Christmas, and we are eating with the dumplings filled with mushrooms inside.
Okay, so now I'm saying something controversial because I don't like the soup. And we have mushroom soup always, so I prefer mushroom soup.
Yeah, in my
sorry guys.
No problem.
That's okay. We are seeing the cultural differences already.
Yeah.
So basically in my home it was always the beetroot soup as well. And the first recipe for Polish beetroot soup was made in 16th century, actually. And I don't know if you know, but everything on the Christmas Eve table have its symbolism. Some of it is coming from the Christianity, but some also from the pagan beliefs. And do you know what are symbolizing the beetroots on the table and the mushrooms?
No, I don't.
No.
So basically, the beetroots are supposed to give us the beautifulness, that we are beauty, and we live long. And the mushrooms, they are collected in the woods, and the woods during the pagan times were a mysterious magical place. So mushrooms are something magical and also give us strength.
Yeah, I will agree that with it. Mushroom soup is very difficult dishes. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. And did you eat in Christmas the, I don't know how to say in English, but when you translate word to word, it's like Greek fish, I think.
Yeah, the Greek style fish.
Yeah, the Greek style fish. So it's
Just like fish with a carrot, yeah?
yeah, with boiled carrots. So I
Yeah.
really like that, and I eat in every Christmas time.
Yeah, I think it also constitutes an important part of Polish like Christmas table, Christmas dining table.
Yeah, I don't eat it, to be honest. We don't have it on my Christmas table. We have carp and herring, actually.
Okay, yeah.
And
And do you have always 20 dishes?
12.
12.
12.
Yeah,
That is also a kind of symbolism because it symbolizes the 12 apostles, yeah?
Yeah,
yeah,
right.
exactly.
I never have 12 dishes in
No.
my table, I think.
Honestly, I don't know because nobody counts them. I mean, we have enough food to be full for everybody, so...
Yeah, I think in my house we have, but not all of them are traditional ones. But yeah, fishes are a must-have, and they are also a symbol, mostly symbol of the fertility and new life. And also in Christianity, it's of course the symbol of Jesus. And by the way, do you all consider carp as a traditional Polish
I really
Christmas
don't
Eve
like
food?
this kind of fish.
I
Because
mean-
it tastes not good and smell even worse, so...
Yeah, in my opinion, it's also a very overrated fish on Christmas because, I mean, it's always on my table on Christmas, but I hardly ever eat it because it's not my favorite one. Yeah, and
Yeah.
there are better like dishes on our table to try.
And actually, this is the newest Christmas Eve tradition because the carp on Polish tables become a thing during the Christmas, during the communist time when you couldn't get a better fish. So I can understand why you don't
And we
like it.
still eat that.
Yeah, so we are standing with the worst possible fish on our Christmas table because of tradition, basically.
And this tradition is kind of not even tradition because it has like 8 years old. So
Yeah.
That's...
Okay, that's funny. I didn't know that.
Yeah. So...
yeah. So what else do you eat? Do you have things with poppy seeds? For example, kutia or pasta with poppy seeds?
Yeah, I think it's the most controversial thing on Christmas table because every time I'm talking with somebody there and I'm telling them that my grandma usually makes that kind of balls made of dough and with poppy seed sauce, some kind of, and sugar, they are telling, "Oh, I didn't know that. I never had that on my Christmas table, but that sounds interesting."
Yeah.
I never hear about that, I think.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling. It's
Yeah.
not very popular one, but
No.
it's there.
I mean, it always considered as traditional one, but honestly, I didn't try it once. But also because it's very old, and as we can hear a dying tradition, it has its symbolism. And the poppy seed was like prognosing the wealth of the family, and also in Christianity, it was showing the faith and was symbol of fertility. So as you can see, everything on our table during this holiday has a meaning, and also there is a lot of rituals around the table when we are dining together during the Christmas Eve. For example, I think you all share the how is opłatek in English?
I don't know. We can like
The bread, the ritual bread. I would
yeah,
say
some kind of white bread made of
Tiny.
just flour and water, and
Yeah.
it's very thin. And we have like this tradition at Christmas table that before we start eating, we pray, and after praying, we are like have these kind of big sheets of opłatek, and we are sharing this together. And during that, we are telling
Like we are wishing all the best to everybody.
each other the best wishes.
Yeah.
For the new.
I never liked this moment because you don't know what to wish to another person. It's like, okay, everyone good.
It feels kind of awkward, yes, but it's tradition and you cannot skip it. Nobody will let you skip it, Yeah, and do you leave the empty place for someone who can come?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
It's also very popular tradition in Poland during Christmas when you have one empty seat at your Christmas table with the empty plate and empty fork, spoon. Just when somebody would knock at your door and say, "I don't have anyone to spend my Christmas with," you can welcome him and give him food, just for him not to be alone during this time.
And for me, it's a little creepy because you see the empty dish plate and empty chair, and you think about ghosts right here. Yeah.
But on the other hand, it's beautiful because it shows that during the Christmas we should all be together, and that we are all one big family.
Yeah.
So what's about Easter? Do you have something, Łukasz?
Actually, a lot.
Okay.
We are all ears now.
Yeah, so as we are with the rituals, we can also tell about the ones that are during the Easter. For example, I think there is no person in Poland, no matter if they are believers or not, who doesn't go to church in the Saturday before the Easter and bless their food.
Yeah, that's very popular. I mean, that's usually the day when even the littlest kids and some of the most people who don't like church go to the church and bless the eggs and the food before the Easter, because it's such a big tradition in Poland.
Yeah, but in my family, only grandmother goes with the dish and I stay in home always.
In my family, it's my duty,
Okay.
They are giving me the basket and they are like, go, bless it.
Yeah.
You don't have choice.
Yeah, of course, unless I don't want to eat the next day.
Okay.
So they are saying basically, you go to bless our eggs or you're not eating tomorrow at the Easter.
Like, what would we eat if it wouldn't be blessed,
Yeah.
Okay.
It wouldn't be possible. Yeah, so basically it looks like that we are taking a basket with like the most important food for the Easter, which is like eggs, salt, bread, and sausage, and also like a lamp made of a sugar. And we are going with it to the church, and the priest is praying over it, and also spraying it with the holy water.
When I work in souvenirs place, we have something for like for this Easter. It's something like, I don't know how to say in English, but it's dwojaczki. Do you know what this means?
No idea.
Okay, so it's like stuff for paper and salt. When you go to the church, you have some, I don't know, it's like a little box with 2 balls, and you can put here paper and salt. And it's really difficult to say what it is when someone don't even know what is Easter.
Yeah, so it is kind of traditional pack for pepper and salt.
Yeah.
Because both of this must be contained in the basket, and it's like hard to preserve it in the basket, actually.
Yeah. So it's something like dwojaczki.
Yeah, I think it's hard to imagine for our English-speaking listeners. So I will try to put a photo of this dwojaczki on our Instagram post after the podcast.
Cute thing, and you don't know what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the basket itself is really cute because you have this lamp, which is a sculpture out of a sugar, and also have like a great symbolic meaning because as it is lamp, it symbolizes the Jesus Christ, his like obedience, peacefulness, and the fact that he was willing to sacrifice himself. And also we are painting eggs. And
Of course.
yeah, did you like when you were young? Did you painted the eggs?
Yeah, of course.
Not only when I'm young, I still do it every year,
Yes.
like with my family.
And you know what's the symbolism behind it?
Tell us.
Okay. Yeah, so if you paint your eggs for red, it's like it protects you and your family from the sickness. If they are purple, they are like marking everybody and signalizing that it's the end of the fasting and now we can celebrate. And green and yellow eggs are presenting the joy of the fact that Jesus resurrected. So everything has a meaning. Also, when you have some more complicated patterns on the eggs, they have several meanings, but I won't tell you today what that is. Maybe in the next episode.
Yeah.
I always, when I painting the eggs, I would just put color that I like. So when I was child, so for me, it's no meaning.
So
It's
now
no-
you can check what it meant.
Okay.
Now you can check what you are wishing for.
Okay. And in Poland, in different district, I think they painting in
Different patterns,
ways.
yeah.
In different ways. You have like Opole. They just painting all eggs in one color and then crush the flowers like.
Yeah,
Yeah, manually.
Yeah. And someone just painting eggs by.
Yeah,
hands
this
and
technique is
yeah.
also used in my region in Poland, in Mazowsze, and it's very difficult actually. And you have to be very precise and very thorough. Honestly, I didn't try it once because I'm not the good with manual things.
Okay.
But yeah,
Yeah.
it really looks impressive. And if you are able to see it somewhere or try to do this, just do it. It's really worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It looks really great.
yeah, and I think we like talked about holidays enough, and I have really interesting topic for I think the end of our podcast. It's do you have in mind, or did you heard about some like unusual dishes in Poland?
The bloody soup.
Yeah, the bloody soup is the first one in mind.
Yeah.
Can you elaborate on the topic?
Oh,
What it meant? Do you know maybe?
I never eat that, so I don't know what it is, but it's from blood of duck, I think. Yeah.
It's
okay.
a soup called in Poland czernina, so translated to black soup. And the main ingredient of this soup is the blood of the duck. And it has a very big and important cultural meaning because it was traditionally served by a father of a woman who was
Like if you were proposing to somebody
Yeah.
and you come to the father of the girl and
Yeah.
he served you this soup, it means you cannot have the girl.
yeah. And to this day, I think we are not eating the black soup czernina anymore. I mean, only maybe the older generations do it, but we have something like very similar to it. What is kaszanka? It's basically a sausage made of the barley groats and blood. And it is, I think, apparent on every Polish barbecue to this day.
Yeah, it's something everybody eats. But what's interesting here, like you told about czernina, but we have so many weird and unusual soups in our culture. Yeah, like we have żurek, which is made out of fermented wheat,
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, we have soup from fermented cabbage or cucumbers.
Yeah, cucumbers.
And several soups out of beetroots. I like, except our part of the world, I don't think anybody eats soups that much
Yeah.
and does it from such specific ingredients.
Yeah, we also have a soup called krupnik. which main ingredient of the soup is the barley groats, so the kind of wheat.
Yeah, if you are in Poland, you can eat soup from everything, basically.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, we have a lot of soup, really.
Yeah, for example, flaki as well, which is made
Yeah.
out of
Rosu, it's most important,
intestines.
I think. Yeah.
cow intestines. We have szczawiowa, which is made of some wheat that it's growing on the fields. I have no idea how to translate it, but it's nothing popular, and it's wild growing mostly.
Yeah. For you to make this soup, you have to have like grandma or on the village who is like walking in the forest or near the forest and collecting stuff for this soup, because you can't buy it anywhere. So it's a very traditional one.
Yeah, and all this soup is like everything we put in the in one.
Kettle?
Pot.
Yeah. And we boil this, and that's all. Like nothing special, yeah. Just some vegetable, I think.
Yeah.
And chicken, maybe.
Not always. Like you have sausages in some soups. It
Which
really
one?
depends.
In
Żurek.
żurek. Yeah, in żurek.
Yeah, I don't remember this one.
You always
Okay.
make żurek with sausage.
Yeah,
Okay.
in
Yeah.
peas soup as well, grochówka.
Yeah.
So it's very diverse, I would say.
Now when I'm thinking about this, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm really hungry.
Yeah. And I think we have these kind of problems of understanding each other food cultures, because you can say there is one Polish cuisine, and we have so many different regions in Poland, and in every region the cuisine, the culinary aspects are so much different. And for example, I have like two examples written here, that in the north, the Kashubian region is the very famous for its fishes, because it has a lot of lakes and rivers.
That's
so
right.
they are specialized in making dishes from herring, and one of most famous Kashubian meals is a scrambled eggs, but with eel.
Of course.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, and on the other hand, you have the Great Poland region, and that's the region where I'm from. So it's very famous for potatoes. We are basically making every dish with potatoes, and the Polish people often jokingly call the Poznań, which is the center of the Great Poland region, the potato land.
We have museum of potatoes.
Yeah, we also have the Museum of the Potato in Poznań.
Yeah, so
Yes.
we see what's important where. In Poznań you have potatoes, and in Warsaw we have vodka.
And that's
Yeah.
all what we need in this country. We really need some meal. We must do thinking about some meal in the next episode right here, because I don't know how to say about meal and not eating in the same time.
We have to think about
Yeah.
the break in the middle of the
Yes.
episode for us to eat something.
We must
Next episode we are doing in the restaurant, definitely.
Yeah, for sure.
time.
And speaking of the next episode, I think we came to an end of our podcast. Or you have anything to say?
I don't.
Yeah.
Neither
So
do I.
Okay.
me and my friends, we have this idea that for the next episode we will put just in a while after releasing this episode a post on our Instagram page where we will propose some countries which can be the topic of the next episode, and we want you, our listeners, to vote for the next country that we will be talking and researching about for you for the next episode.
Yes, and we will be doing this for every next episode. So you guys choose which country will be next.
You have the
Yeah.
power.
Yeah.
Yes.
But we have to say that we can't make you sure when the next episode will come out, because we were trying to gather around this time for very, very long time. So maybe the next episode will be next week, next month, or maybe next year.
And maybe in the restaurant.
Maybe. We have to think about that, yeah. So I think that's all from us, and thank you for listening, and see you next time.
And thank you guys. It
Thank
was
you very
really
much.
great. Thanks. Bye
Yeah,
bye.
it was great fun. Goodbye.